Good morning. Good morning. Yes, this is group 3. We are trying to fix some technical features here and there. But basically, what we are presenting, our area of presentation is regarding a drug. There's a drug we are trying to negotiate, the cancer drug, one of the oncology drugs. And the licensor is in another jurisdiction, and the licensee in another jurisdiction. So some of the tricks that we'll be going through in terms of those kind of interjurisdictional negotiations, and again the question of how we are going to do marketing, because that's another issue. And again, because it's a drug we're talking about, there will be a lot of quality issues that we also came into being. So we want to hear, as part of our presentation, we want to hear what is unique about this, the discovery of this new molecule, and then as the licensees, there will be a lot of obligation in terms of how they will need to comply with quality, and also issues of distribution. So those are some of the intrigues that came up in the negotiations. There are also other issues that we will be handling in terms of the capacity, because these are from a totally technical area, and the team that were presented, at some point we had to get technical people in terms of some of the issues, understanding some of the components to do with some of the complex molecules. So we want to hear from the molecule owners
good morning.
regarding the product.
It's unfortunate that our laptop is not helping us. So, we are the seller of the drug product, and our company is called Pfizer, and members include myself, Marcy, Olumbe, and Georgina. And our company is incorporated in the United States of America, and we invented the drug called UMA. And UMA has a patent right since December 2017, and it has a trademark also called Pfizer, which is well known to everyone internationally. Now, this product that we intend to license to our partners here has some components which are unique, and one of the ingredient features of this drug is it has what we call theobromine, an element called theobromine. A chemist will help me pronounce it better. And it is an anti-neoplastic drug used to treat acute leukemia. I believe you all know what leukemia is, a blood disease. And the anti-neoplastic drug in itself, it acts to prevent or inhibit or halt the development of neoplasm, which is a tumor. So, in a sense, it prevents a tumor. And also, leukemia is also a blood disease, wherein this product also can help in the prevention of any harmful effect that leukemia may cause. Also, this drug has another component called chemotherapy. And this chemotherapy provides treatment to stop the growth of cancer cells, either by killing the cells or stopping them from dividing in the system. It also has another component called fluoride. This is an anti-neoplastic drug also used to cure some cancers to a large extent. It has also another element in this product drug called thiotipa. And also this is an anti-neoplastic drug used to treat certain maladies, which is also a tumor or a disorder. So this drug that we intend to sell our partners has some of these features, because we all know we have so many cancer drugs which are in existence, but we believe that our product has unique features. And some of the uniqueness in this product we want to sell to them are that this product, it doesn't have any unpleasant features, such as it doesn't cause any nuisance, it doesn't cause any vomiting when you use them, and also it doesn't cause hair loss. because compared to other existing cancer drugs. And also, it suppresses any harm that may cause on the or in the bone marrow, because we need to understand some cancer drugs that are in existence. When you use them, they cause more effect in the bone marrow. Now, in the administration process of this drug that we want to license to licensing, you can also use this drug orally. You can use them, when I mean orally, you can use them by drinking them, you can use them by, you can infuse them into your system. You can also use them externally. We have other versions where you can rub them on your skin. So if you're not able to use them orally, you can also apply them externally. So it's a very flexible drug. And also the drug that we want to license to them, or the terms of production or the rules of production that we would want them to apply in order to maintain the quality of this drug that we want to license to them. Because we intend to have a quality control mechanism in this drug. And one of which is our drug is FDA compliant. This is the WHO regulatory tool to maintain the quality of the drug. And also, we intend them to sign a confidentiality agreement with us so that they will not disclose the trade secret and other vital information. And also, they will not sublease this license that we will be giving them. Now, from there, the marketing group, there is another advantage that if we license to them, they will always stand also at a competitive advantage when they get into the market, which would include the marketing aspect. That this product is already well known internationally, so they don't need to spend much money on marketing. And also, the licensing deal itself, we've offered them to pay 10% of the sales on a bundle of batch production quarterly. And on the liabilities, because we are the inventor of this drug, so they will be producing and distributing. So any liabilities incurred during the distribution process and manufacturing, they will be responsible. So they are expected to act in good faith. And the governing laws to this license agreement will be governed according to the laws of Zimbabwe. And the duration of the license, we're licensing them for 7 years duration and subject to renewal, provided they acted in good manner and faith. So this is all that we have as sellers of this product.
Yes, for the license, for the licensors, for the licensees, our company is known as Medilabs, and this is a company based in Kenya, in Africa. We have our branch in Zimbabwe here, and we are the owner of the product, as you've heard, is from the United States. So what is there? Number one is the question of the reason why we all this entered into this arrangement is that in as much as they are benefiting from our because pizza is a big company. In terms of scope also, because the reason why they had to enter into this arrangement is because for our side we have the capacity in terms of our factories and infrastructure that we have. We have been able to present in terms of what we have in terms of compliances. We have been able to demonstrate that we are GMP compliant, and that is the FDA and WHO standards. So we have all the certificates, and we have been able to demonstrate to our partners that in terms of capacity and compliances, we adequately we have that capacity in terms of all those factors. So the questions of quality will be assured in terms of, because we had the last audits which was done by the FDA inspectors, and we have a certificate of the same. So in terms of that, the infrastructure and in terms of capacity of our staff, they are adequately trained and they have all the capacity. The other issue is a question of apart from the compliance, the regulatory compliances, we have been able to have the licensing fees with our local regulator for the drugs, and the other question of marketing, because we will be manufacturing on their behalf. So we have agreed in terms of packaging that the external part of the drug will be it's manufactured for pizza by UMA. So it's because it's a question of contract manufacturing, but we will also be able to do issues of marketing from our end because they are targeting African market. So in terms of all that, in terms of coming out with our margin, we had to consider some of the factors that we took into consideration in terms of the expenses. Number one is the expenditure. Expenditure in terms of the compliance that we will need to comply from our end. And then the other issue of the infrastructure which we had, but we have also had to add a few because we had to develop a new plan for this specific drug, and also the marketing issues because we will have to also do some bit of marketing. Because the arrangement is that we will be able to manufacture on the behalf and also make sure that we distribute in this Southern Africa region. So that is the scope of our jurisdiction in terms of this arrangement. So my colleague will address the questions of the liabilities that we were able to get because we at some point we had to I had to be recalled to come in for the question of the technical aspects because I'm the company's pharmacist in terms of compliance. I am an auditor and I'm GMP compliant, so WHO qualified. So we had to come in terms of taking them in the details of our manufacturing plants, and we have been able to demonstrate that we have the state of art, and they will not have a situation whereby there will be contamination of the raw materials. We have been also agreed in terms of supply, because that was another issue of the APIs, the active pharmaceutical ingredients. They will be supplying us because they are the owners of these molecules. They will be the ones who are going to supply us in terms of the APIs. So they will be supplying us, but we will give them the orders in terms of factoring on the market so that we will be able to monitor the market and we will be able to inform them accordingly. So my colleague would address the issues of liability and how we close the deal.
Thank you. I hope you didn't get lost with the technical terms, the FDAs, the GMPs, were with us when he was discussing. Basically, in terms of licensing, initially they wanted to give us a non-exclusive license. We wanted an exclusive license. There are reasons, we had our reasons, but we ended up coming to a midway agreement that we will have an exclusive license for supplying the whole of Africa. That gave us leverage in terms of numbers, that gives us an advantage in terms of a bigger market where we have at least a monopoly that will push volumes. In terms of liabilities, as has been indicated, they are responsible for supplying us with the raw materials for the manufacture of the drugs. We are responsible for manufacturing and distribution. So, their liability is specifically in relation to the raw materials they supply. We will accept liability from the moment we receive in our factories the raw materials. If anything is contaminated along the raw material delivery chain, liability remains with the owners of the raw materials. But if anything happens from the moment we receive the raw materials in good order and signed for them to the moment they are then distributed, we have accepted liability on the basis that we are sure of our capacities and capabilities. We also discussed the issue of dispute resolution. We agreed that it will be beneficial to both parties not to go through the litigation route. The reason mainly being that it's expensive, it has various other issues, considering that they are in the other part of the world, we are in the other part of the world. So we agreed to use ADR administered through the WIPO ADR Center. We also agreed on modalities of payments of royalties to them and how such payments will be made. Basically, they'll be made quarterly, considering the sales made and the profit made during that period. And in the event of incremental improvements on their drug or discoveries of new uses for the drug, we've also agreed that we will reverse license them for them to also access such incremental use of the drug or such other new discoveries we have made. We have also agreed that in the license contract, we will have a restraint of trade clause, restraining either party from disclosing business or trade secrets of the other, and in the event that there is non-renewal, such a restraint of trade clause will operate for a specific period of time. Thereafter, the parties are free to then exercise their rights. We also agreed that the issue of research and development of the drug will be with the licensors, although as the manufacturers and being scientists in our own rights, we will not merely be rubber stamping what they are saying. That's why we indicated that we might end up getting or inventing new uses or making incremental improvements on the drug. So in a nutshell, those are the basic terms of the agreement. Should we have issues with the technical terms used? You explain.
So what was the price? To agree the good price?
We agreed on a percentage of 10% on the sales on every batch that is produced quarterly, so which they have also consented to. So as a result, we've made a deal to that effect. Yes.
And the drug is selling for how much? Actually, because it's a virgin market, we will. That's why we say we are starting at 10% margin, so that batches, because the first batch we will be able, because we are trying to produce this product in this Southern Africa region. So we, as to the price, there is a determined amount which
our finance will help us justify the finance.
So you agreement without the numbers. We have a
percentage that we've agreed. So whatever the price of the drug would be after production, we can charge on the percentage.
It could have been nicer to put it closer to the actual value. Remember, valuation of asset. So you licensing an asset that you give value.
Yeah, value, but what happened is, as to the actual, we have indicated to our partners in terms of that, we are going back to the other process because we didn't bring the decision makers. So as to those so we have joined some issues, especially that.
Yeah. This is based on some negotiation.